So in the last video, we talked about predefined functions. Now let's say we want to make our own function. And what could be useful to me? Well, how about a function that prints out my schedule? Where every time I call the function, we'll see what that call to function means in just a second, but every time I call the function, it's going to print out my schedule. So here's how it goes. We say def for define. We write the name of our function, so I'm going to call it print schedule. And we put two parentheses and a colon. Now, we'll see what the parentheses mean in a little bit, or in the next couple videos. But I've defined this function called print schedule. And now, when I hit enter, and notice it indents for me, so that what I'm typing now is aligned with the name of the function. Whatever is indented is a part of the function. And now I'm just going to say, alright, print my schedule out. So, block 1, I teach algebra 2. Print, then block 2, I teach geometry. Then for block 3, I teach computer science 1. And for block 4, it's my prep period. So notice they're all indented. So everything that's indented is a part of the function. Now to get out of the function, I'm going to hit backspace, so we're back to the beginning. Non-indented. And now, here's how you call the function. You type the name, print schedule, just like that. No colon. And now when I run it, it prints out my schedule. And it's that simple. So this is like, as simple as it gets, just a function that prints out stuff. Now let's say I want to, notice there's no input like we did normally, where we could type something in here and we would get a different answer. Like for example, the rounding function, round, where we type in a number and it rounds it for us. Well, how do I get that to work? So let's say I have some new type of function. I don't know. Area of a circle. So I'm going to define my function area of a circle. Let's now, what does the area of a circle, what is the actual area? Well, the area is equal to pi, so 3.14, times a radius, and squared. That radius is squared, so I can say that it's radius to the power of 2. And just to make super sure, let's put it in parentheses, but we don't really need it because Python works with order of operations. So it's pi times your radius squared. Now, my radius is going to be what I'm entering in here. So that's like the variable I'm going to be using. Or we can call this like our argument. So, you'll see in a second, so let's just work with it. Print, and then it's going to print out the area. So that's my function, and now I'm going to say, alright, area of a circle, and let's say the radius is 1. And I print, and I get my area is 3.14. That makes sense, because 1 to the second power is just 1. Times 3.14 is 3.14. If I put a 2, it should be about, 6.28. Or I mean, oh, what am I doing? No, it should be, yeah, 12. This is 4 times 3. 2 to the power of 2 is 4 times 3.14. So, as we can see, depending on the value I'm typing in there, the area of the circle is changing. So this is like, we call this the argument, or the parameter. And the number we put in here is like our input. So we're sending the 3 in as the value of radius. And it does radius to the second power times 3.14. A simpler example might be perimeter of square, where it just takes the side length and I say the perimeter is equal to, well, a square is all equal sides, so it's 4 times my side length. And then I'm going to print out perimeter. So now, if I call this value, I'm just making this so it's easy to see. Now, let's say my side length is 1, that means my perimeter is 4. If my side length is 2, my perimeter is 8, because 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So, it's that easy to create a function where it takes values. Now, as the last example, let's do a perimeter of a rectangle. So, this is going to be our new function. But a rectangle doesn't have all equal sides. So I'm going to create 2 parameters, side 1 and side 2. And the perimeter is going to be, well, I'm just going to do it the long way, side 1 plus side 1. Yeah, let's just do it that way. Why not? It's not math class, we don't need to worry about it. Side 2 plus side 2. What I was just thinking of is we could have just said it's side 1 times 2 plus side 2 times 2, but hey, perimeter is adding up all the sides, rectangle is 4 sides, 2 of them are the same length. You get what I mean. So now we have side 1 and side 2, 2 different parameters, so it needs 2 different arguments in here. So one side has a length of 2 and the other side has a length of 5. So when we get our perimeter, it's 14. 5 plus 5 is 10. 2 plus 2 is 4. And we get 4 and 10 is 14. So it's that easy to add different parameters to our function. And for every new parameter, we need we need an argument to match it.